Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more.
Thank you all for tuning in to another amazing episode of Psion Mini Talks. This is episode 6, Supernatural, and I just want to first say thank you guys for listening, and because of you, we can keep doing this. So I first want to start off by just going over certain things that I've been doing this week and new updates. So first of all, you guys will see a bunch of new graphics, kind of like banners that I've been making, and they're going to be on the site. One of them is the Crucible, and now I feel more comfortable now that I've been working on it solely for the last couple of days. But the Crucible is going to be the Crucible Tournament. It's going to be once a year, and it's going to have many different events inside the Crucible that makes it this one Grand Master event. And some of the key events that are going to be happening is that we're going to have an Astral projection tournament, an etheric tournament, and we're also going to be having energy, kind of like energy tournaments, I guess you could say, where people will be tossing energy back and forth, constructs, alchemy, you name it, we're going to have in this one Grandmaster tournament. And I'd just like to say that also PSI Wikia is also joining in, and I've talked to their administration, and you know, their users are going to join up, our users are going to join up, so it's going to be this one huge blast. And it's going to be in the fall of 2014. So this way, a lot of people who don't know how to project yet can learn and get to where they need to be for this tournament. I'm not going to talk so much more about it on the video, or you know what I'm talking on right now, but you guys can see I'm going to be posting it in a couple hours, and you guys will see the first glimpses of the Crucible tournament, and people can sign up early, get prepared, things like that. Now, I also wanted to say that I am officially an uncle. My sister just had a baby, and it was 3 days ago. So I am an uncle, and this little boy is amazingly cute, like too damn cute actually. She got an emergency C-section, and so she was, you know, getting stapled up or whatever they do, kind of like put back together, and they rolled the baby into the little room that we were at. So it was my mother, myself, and her husband that all came in. And that thing almost put tears in my eyes. It was that cute. The nurse actually told us, hey, we got to give it a shot. And I was like, okay, you know, I was going to be cool about it. And then she gave the baby a shot. And for some reason, I just wanted to punch her so hard in the throat for making him cry so bad. But his name is Major, and he was 8 pounds, 5 ounces, 21 inches, and 100% amazing. So that was my little earlier this week kind of news. But, you know, I'm going to start off. I see that we have a whole bunch of questions, and so I'm just going to start off talking about them. Make sure you guys, just so you guys know early, that if you have any questions, post them below. The actual video is going to be posted in a thread. You can reply to it, reply all your questions, ask me anything. Not anything, but definitely what we've been talking about lately. So, I'm going to start off. First, we're going to start off with Might. He asks, what are the benefits of imbuing stuff? And can symbolism stop you from imbuing something with certain energies? Edit. Like a cross can be imbued with darkness. Okay. So, what are the benefits of imbuing stuff? So pretty much when you imbue something, you're pumping your energy into it. Or you're putting a construct into it. It can be many different things. But normally the benefits of imbuing is that you have this energy stored in this one object, where you can use it whenever you need to. Almost like a storage device. Or if it's a certain kind of energy that's been programmed, it will act as kind of like a physical construct on you. If you put like a construct into it, then, you know, it's going to do whatever your construct wants it to do. So normally, just like, for example, like a necklace alone, it's not going to do anything. But when you imbue it, you're adding that energy into it. So if that energy is negative or positive energy, it can give off those same effects. If it's programmed with a, like a construct that's programmed, then it's going to do that wherever it goes. So when it comes to like a cross being imbued, okay, so normally a cross is associated with like a very religious sacred item. And I do know that from certain churches you have to have a cross that's like anointed or has like holy water on it, and they're kind of imbuing it themselves. But like, like a symbol of power, like a cross, it could be imbued with darkness, as the darkness would infect and corrupt this cross into being like this dark cross, I guess. But to answer the question, especially for the last part, like, can a cross be imbued with darkness? It can be. So hopefully that answered your question. All right, Jonathan has some questions. I think this might be the second time he's asked questions, which is cool. So the question is, what is the most amazing thing you or anyone else you know has ever done with biokinesis? So I have never done anything with biokinesis. I really don't do so much kinesis type things. But the most amazing thing that I've seen done was a person changed their eye color slightly. Now, it wasn't anything drastic from like black to blue, but it was definitely from blue to green, or blue to like this weird mix. But it wasn't a very slow progression. It was actually kind of fast. I could see it change. It almost looked like a solar flare in the sense of the center of, like the closest part of your pupil, like the black little dot. From out of there, the color started to spread upward and kind of like radiate out. And it went from a solid blue to this greenish, hazelish color. And it was actually pretty cool. So the person does do biokinesis, but other than that, I haven't really seen too many people think around with biokinesis. Not like where people would want to be, where you can cut off an arm and grow it back. But biokinesis is super hard, and so far I haven't seen anyone really do it. I would love to, though. So if anybody has any kind of like biokinesis techniques and they can show us, definitely I want to see it. The second question, what is Lucifer like? The one in etheric. So Lou is awesome. He's amazing. Would never mess with him. I actually seen him own DU in like 2 seconds. And he's definitely not in hell anymore, guys. Everyone thinks Lou's still the head honcho. Nah, he's retired. So other than that, I'm going to respect his wishes on him being left alone. So what is Lucifer like? He's cool. He's awesome. He's amazing. Never mess with him. And he's tall. And he's definitely retired. So have fun, Lou. What beings do you know that are capable of forcing reincarnation cycle on a creature? So normally, for the reincarnation to force something, normally it's angelics from what I've seen. Like, at one time I've seen what looked to be a ghoul in the etheric, and I did see some angelics, more like scout regiment. That sounded like that one show. But anyway, they were roaming around, and they found the being, the ghoul, and it looked like from like their weapon, they just hit it in a certain way, and it kind of like there's this light that came out of them, like out of the creature and the angelics, and next thing you know, the being was gone. And so later on I found out it was a forced reincarnation. It makes that being go into a body. This way they don't have to deal with it, and normally the souls consolidate into one, which they don't know, but that causes like multiple personality disorder or something like that. Yeah, that's it. But anyway, so some of the beings that I've seen, I mean, I know more of like the deities can do it, but angelics are mainly the ones who do it. Other than that, I don't know the exact. Fourth question, actually. Would your otherkin core be considered your soul, and what would happen if your core was damaged during the incarnation process? So, one, I'm going to start off with the first part of that. Your core, if you're kin, your core is not your soul, but it definitely belongs to your soul. So your soul and your core are one. They work together. Your core one has the energy type for you. For example, when you're absorbing energy with your energy system, it goes in and your chakras distribute or convert the energy slightly into a usable energy. Your nades would definitely pump the energy around, but your core would also filter and convert that energy even more into your energy type. It also contains your past life memories. It contains any latent abilities for your kin type. It also has seals and binds for your kin type and also for certain abilities. And if it gets damaged, then you're screwed. Just because that kind of like what makes kin a kin in a sense. But what would happen if your core was damaged during the incarnation process? I've never heard of that happening, but if it did, it would be catastrophic. But if your core was damaged during the reincarnation process, then you wouldn't reincarnate, from what I hear. So hopefully that answers your questions, Jonathan. Thank you for asking. The next question is by Delphim. Imagine that a very old person or baby dies, non-kin. Will that person be very old, or a baby, like it was on Earth in the etheric? This is such a hard question because I've seen old people, but when it comes to the babies dying and they're non-kin, you know, I would assume that they would cross over as babies, and you know what happens after that. Dun dun dun. But for the old people, they do kind of stay old. But in the etheric, there are ways to not be old anymore. So I do know when you're old and you die, you still are old, but it doesn't really matter because in etheric, you know, this is a really hard question because I've seen one old person die here, and he was my uncle. And when I checked etherically, he looked like if he was at his prime age, where because you're always you're always dying ever since birth, you're dying. But for him, it almost looked like when he crossed over, he crossed over in a body that looked like his prime, where probably like a teenager for all I know. But he kind of looks weird anyway. And, rest in peace. Anyway, so don't know for exact will a person be very old or a baby like it was on etheric. I don't know for the baby part. I mean, I haven't seen a baby die, and I probably don't ever want to see that. But when it comes to the older people, sometimes they stay old and sometimes they look like they're at their prime. It just depends. And I don't know the mechanics behind it. So second question. When people have near-death experiences, they don't see nothing. Just all black. Is it because their etheric senses aren't awakened? So, the people who are having near-death experiences are not really dying, because obviously they've been able to tell you what happens afterwards, so they're not dead, right? But let's say, for example, you were to die and then be brought back with, like the heart things, 3, 2, 1, clear, beep, that kind of crap. But, you die and then you're able to come back. I think you might see something. When you're having a near-death experience, it's like where you're about to die or, you should be dead in a minute or so. You don't really see anything because you're still here. Your soul hasn't crossed over. So, when people have near-death experiences, they don't see anything, just all black. Is it because their senses aren't awakened? I wouldn't say that. I would say it's just because they haven't died. So it doesn't really matter about their etheric senses. Conman316. What is the difference between etheric and astral? So I do have a thread about this on the website. And this is a good question. So from what not everyone, a lot of people say it's all astral. And, I can see that and I can agree with it. But I've been told and I've been taught a certain way of separating the planes. You know, in a sense, they all are astral, but there's different frequencies, and these frequencies in this projected state have names. So to me, the astral plane, like the astral plane, when you astral project, we assume that you're astral projecting to the astral plane. That's here in the Psion Nation. But the astral plane is a mental plane. It's a place where everyone's minds are connected to this one point, this one spot, this one frequency. Everyone's minds, everyone's imaginations, everyone's dreams, everyone's thoughts can forge this world. So it's always changing. And here you can never die. You can do whatever you want to do. You can see whatever you want to see. There are some stable areas, and I know that these places have been named as well. They don't change just as much as everything else. They're always kind of like at a constant. And I might butcher the way this is said, but I've also heard that in the astral plane, in this mental plane, is the Akashic records, where you could look up any bit of information. And that's almost like if you're shifted, not from just the present, but also the past. All this knowledge is the mental plane, so you're looking through all this knowledge if you wanted to. Heard is really hard to find. But this astral plane is this mental world, this mental plane, where everyone's minds are linked together, and that's what it is. So etheric, though, is different. This is more of a physical plane instead of a mental plane, except it's a spiritual plane. So this etheric plane is another frequency. It's more dense. It's not malleable by people's imaginations, people's thoughts and dreams. It's always this constant. And so you're literally projecting. When you etheric project, you're projecting to the spiritual world, the place that we all go to when we die. So, when we die, our body stays here, and our energy passes the gap, that white blinding light you see, and then you end up on the other side, which is technically, it looks exactly the same, except it's different. But the etheric plane is the spiritual plane, and this plane is where people before us go after they die, and that's where they are. So that's what the etheric plane is. You can also look more on my threads, so I hope that helps out. JG Rock 123 Psion Talkster. How is AP beneficial to Psions? So by AP he means astral projection. When it comes to astral projection, this is where you're going to actually learn how to get that OBE state, where you're actually separating from your body and you're going to a plane. And it's easy because astral plane is the easiest to project to. So when you're astral projecting, the benefits is that you're going to learn how to separate your body. You're going to learn how to connect to that body, and you're going to learn how to do the basics of your senses when it comes to seeing, hearing, stuff like that. And the reason why it's more beneficial than like biolocation or etheric is that this is the place that it is easier to connect to, and there is no danger. So this is where you would learn those basics. After that, that's when you want to go to biolocation. That's going to test your connection. How well are you connected? The farther you go from your body with biolocation, the harder it is to connect. And that's the challenge. That's why you continue to practice it. So that way you can go farther distances and not disconnect. So for your second question, what should I practice to start biolocation? Once you have AP down and it starts for the bio, then that's when you're going to start practicing it. What you're going to do is you're just going to first not use any of your senses physically. And I'm talking about, instead of using your eyes, close your eyes or blindfold them, and then try to work for a while just using your other senses instead of your sight. Then maybe take the blindfold off and cover your ears. Things like this. And eventually you want to use as little senses as you can. And then the next part is the projection. And understanding that when you move your hand around, like if you were to wave your hand right now, you're touching all those planes at once. It's just different frequencies. And so when it comes to biolocation, it's all about projecting around you, right? So close your eyes and try to see your room. From there, you know, there's different trainings you could do. I plan on actually making a training video for biolocation. But to start, definitely limit the senses physically that you're using, and then try to project into your own room. See what your room is without actually using your eyes. And then you can continue biolocation from there. Is Qi different from PSI? What is Jing? You know, you're going to have to look that up because I can't give you the correct answer. I don't really know 100%, and I don't feel confident in answering that. So when it comes to what is the difference between Qi and PSI, you can find that out on Google. It knows more than me, especially about Jing. I have no idea. So your next question, how much energy would you need to make a marble out of pure energy? You mean like a physical marble? Or like an energetic marble? Because really it doesn't, I mean, enough energy to make it. It doesn't have to be like, oh yeah, you need, and I don't even know how to answer how much energy would you need. A lot? Are you looking for like, you need 100,000 particles of energy to do this? But I don't know exactly how much energy you would need, just enough to actually form a marble. If you're talking about like a physical marble, that little circular ball thing, then I don't even think that's possible. So, next question. How can I confirm whether or not I have precognition? That is kind of an easy answer. If you have precognition, you're having dreams of the future. Well, precognitive dreams. Precognition is more like visions. So if you're having precognitions, you're having visions of the future. So I'm pretty sure you would be like, you'd be doing whatever you're doing, and next thing you know, you start seeing things, and you know, a few minutes later, or an hour later, or even a day later, it happens. Say for precognitive dreams, if you're having dreams of the future. So how can you confirm whether or not you've had a precognitive dream or precognition vision, or precognitive vision? Sorry. You would know. That's your confirmation. If you don't have any of those and you don't remember, then I would assume that you don't have it. It's not precognition, and you know, precognitive dreams and precognitive visions. Those are more latent abilities. You have to kind of be born with them. There's no way you could learn how to do it. All right, next question. I plan on making a construct who can fly in the etheric in a year or two. I plan on making a construct who can fly in the etheric in a year or two. What? You plan to make a construct that can fly in a year or two? How fast can I expect? Neo and Bio are the names of them. Him to fly. I'm sorry. I don't mean to butcher your sentence at all, actually. I'm just trying to understand it. But how fast can you expect them to fly? That's how it should have been, right? Okay. I'm assuming that you're gonna make some kind of propulsion system on these constructs. So it just depends on how much energy, the conversion, what kind of thrust are you looking for, you know, how high are you going. These are kind of hard answers, but it just depends on how fast you want to make them, how you're going to make them, what kind of fuel you're using, stuff like this. Can I get them to fike in the first place? If so, can constructs fly in this plane also? Yes, they can fly. It just depends on how you build them. If they got wings and engine, that kind of stuff, then they could fly, or some kind of propulsion system and a stabilization system. But when it comes to how can I get them to fly in the first place, that's up to you. I would look at some aviation manuals or things like that. It's not something I can answer on Psion Talks right now. But definitely try to make a blueprint. And sorry about butchering your sentences. Alright, Balios. He's got a cool name, Balios. My name is Balios, okay? I sell cocaine. He kind of looks like him too. Anyway. How do emotions influence a person's energy? I think energy would influence a person's emotions, actually. Imagine I just answered the question right there. But actually, it's energy that influences emotions. Some things that, your energy, what radiates, out of your energy system, your aura, and that carries emotions as well, which other people can pick up. And your energy inside of you can make you feel a certain way. So it's actually, yeah, I think I might have answered it. It's not how your emotions influence your energy. It's how your energy influences you. And I sound like a cool hillbilly. Anyway. Do light and dark feed off specific emotions? Or can any one of those feel them? So, light is not so emotionally attached, while darkness is. Darkness will feed off your emotions. Especially, and when I say darkness, guys, I mean that you've been introduced with the darkness element and is a part of you. But darkness will be influenced and also help with the energies that control your emotions as well. So, like, for example, like if you're pissed off, angry, whatever it might be, and you have the darkness in you, your darkness will feed off of it, and most times it would actually come out and try to help you out. And just the way it tries to help you out is try to destroy whatever it is that's making you angry. So darkness feeds off the energies that control your emotions. Light, though, it kind of doesn't do that. Or if it does, I don't know about it because no one's ever told me. But mainly it's darkness. And it can use the emotions to help you out in certain ways or take advantage. It just depends on what the control is for it. Krona has many questions. God dang. Alright, here we go. Have you experiment with the control of pain through darkness, healing uses? If you have, what's a good technique for it? So, have you experimented with the control of pain through darkness? See, everyone's always correcting my grammar on the shop box, and it just seems like tonight I get to correct you guys. But anyway, have you ever experimented with the control of pain through darkness? No, I have not. I should, though. I don't know if darkness would numb the pain, but I don't really go through much pain. I normally deal the pain, yeah. But I have not tried, actually. I should experiment. If you do, though, if you experiment, let me know. When it comes to the healing uses, as you put it in quotations, or sorry, parentheses, the healing uses, darkness does not heal. Darkness will corrupt and infect. It would actually make whatever it is worse. Kind of. For example, let's say, and this is for Costine. I know she's not here, but I know she always had this thing with some kind of leech, energetic leech. And I recently found out now the best way to get rid of it is to use darkness. But you won't put, like for example, let's say you have the darkness in your hand. Let's think of like this glove of energies, dark energy, and I was to put my hand on her, and I was gonna try to kill the leech, whatever. All the darkness would do is spread in her energy system, corrupt it, and it would be bad. But it would also corrupt the energy leech as well, destroying it and turning it and converting it into darkness. But now she's worse off than what she was. The thing to do, though, if you're a dark user and you've been doing dark EM, you always keep the darkness in the palm of your hand and you don't touch the other person. And you almost absorb energy. And so what's going to happen is the leech's energy, like you'd first pump out regular energy, kind of like loosen it up, and then you would absorb and you would take that leech or any kind of bad energy that you need, by the way. It's not just for the leech. Just any bad energy, and you absorb it into your palm. Your darkness will automatically convert it. But now that darkness is not going into anybody else's system, it's just staying in your palm. So you're almost like feeding yourself. You're converting one bad energy. into darkness, which is usable by you. So now you have more energy, so you're not getting sick or anything like that. So you're almost like pulling the bad stuff out of them, converting it into good stuff for you, which is really cool. All right, how many different forms of darkness have you experienced? 3 of them. A liquid form that kind of looks like this oily, gooey, black crap. The next one has been this gaseous material, like it's almost like a cloud of darkness. And then I've also experimented the hard, brittle kind, where it's not really hard or brittle, that's kind of conflicting, but it always reminded me of like lava that has been cooled and has water on it, this black, crusty, hard rock kind of stuff. And I've experienced that too. Those are the 3 main kinds. And also, I guess the energy, where it looks like this black kind of light. Or, what's with me in these conflicting words? This black kind of aura that can come out. So 4. I would say 4. When you say the darkness creeps up on you, it's always like vampire-like response, or is there an emotional flare? So when I say that the darkness creeps up on you, I mean that at a certain point, you're feeling a certain way, happy and whatever. And all of a sudden the darkness creeps up, and next thing you know, your emotions start changing. You could feel this kind of like ominous presence coming over you, these shivers, and you're kind of cold. And then it's just this corruption in your mind, corruption in your emotions, like this corruption of your thoughts. And your whole outlook on everything is just changed for that time being. You're just happy, you're just smiling at the squirrel. It's a very cute squirrel. It's got nuts in its mouth. It's all happy. And then the darkness creeps up, and then you beat the living shit out of that creature with a bat. That's how darkness creeps up. It's kind of really bipolaristic, but it's not bipolaristic. It's just how it is. It's almost like this dark side of you. And if you guys thought that was funny, just like the thread. What is the major effect light has on darkness and vice versa? It's more of a push away. So for example, like let's say I was to shadow out, which is a type of projection that I've never really talked about lately. If I were to shadow out to somebody and they were to release light, it would automatically force me to disconnect and push me back. Light has, it's almost the same thing. For example, like let's say, and it's not the same thing actually. Let's say you were to turn on a light in a dark room, the light would push away the darkness. And in the parts that there is no light, there's darkness. When it comes to the elemental side of light and dark, though, it's more of what can overpower what. And I'm going to use numbers to symbolize the power of the light or dark. So, for example, let's say, the darkness is at 5 and the light is at 5. No one's going to gain any ground. No one's going to budge. There is no effect. But let's say the light is at 5 and the darkness is at 1. As soon as that light comes out, the darkness is going to be pushed back. It won't get destroyed, but you get the drift, and vice versa. So there is no effect really. They kind of like cancel each other out if they're equal. But if one is higher than the other one's going to get hurt. Hope that answers it. What are the things you know about time to present date? What are the things you know about time to present date? Time is always moving forward, my friend. That was beautiful. I should quote that. Anyway, what are the things you know about time? I have no idea what that means. Time is always moving forward, I guess. And things happen for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Skip. How old do you think etheric is? Son of a gun. You asked the hardest questions. I'm assuming the exact same age as Earth. So whatever they think Earth's age is, that's what I would assume etheric's age is. But I'm no expert when it comes to when these kind of questions. I'm going to do the whole Price is Right thing and say $1, and without going over. All right, next question. Do you think it is possible to warp the veil in an area to lessen its effect? Do you think it's possible to warp the veil? I think it is. You have to destroy and try to destroy or manipulate the ley lines and or a node, and then you could lessen the effect. That's been done already, and that was done near Casa Grande, Arizona, back in 2010 by every single one of the users in my TK and also the PE site. Not every one of the PE site, but you get the drift. And we took down one node and 2 ley lines, and it did lessen the effect, but it was brought back up 48 hours later by the council. I'm not going to get into it. So it is possible, very hard to do, but I don't think you'll ever be able to do it to a point where you're unbinding people. Because I think that's where it was going. Your question anyway. Have you ever met an ancient? And Krona, I know you. You're talking about a draconic ancient. Yes, I have. His name was Onyx, and he died. The end. He was awesome. The end. Rest in pieces. About how old do you think the draconic race is? Very old. I'm just going to answer these really simply because I don't know. I'm not... Just to let you guys know, I don't know, all the answers. I don't even know anybody who would know those answers. Maybe we needed like a collective to standardize the information that we get and to make it publicly known to every online energy community that this is the age of Draconics, and have it accepted, because that is the standardized answer from this coalition of people. Alright? Alrighty. The rest of them, I'm not going to answer. I love you, Krona, but I won't answer the rest of those just because I don't know. Xeron. He asks, how do you know if someone else is/has used dark energy if they are infected by it? So how I would know is that, one, I would have this idea that they might have, right? Okay, so, hey, I think that you may have used it. And the next thing I would do is I would biolocate to them, use what I call the tendril method to pull out their projection. Even if they're not projecting, I'll pull it out. And then I'll do a dive, and it's a soul dive. And I would find out if there has been any integration or introduction to this, dark energy, the dark element. And if they have been, then I can pretty much say, hey, you've been using it because you have it. The next part of it, if they've been infected by it, darkness can feel darkness. If I feel that there is darkness inside of them coursing through the energy system, then I know they're infected. Now it just depends on, should I take the darkness out of them and just give it to myself, or should I leave it? So I hope that answers your question. Do you know of any good maps of ley lines and nodes? I feel as though I've answered these questions already. Like, for some reason, have I answered these questions already, guys? Because some of them seem like they're repeats. And if I am recording questions that I've already answered before, I'm going to shoot myself in the kneecap. My brother's kneecap, actually. That relieves stress. Anyway, when it comes to the good maps of ley lines, I actually have a file on my computer, and it has all that information. And I swore I answered this already, and I might be having some kind of weird deja vu. But anyway, if you need them, I'll hook you up. Okay, so the next question: what types of shields do you know of, and how useful are they while you're in etheric? It all depends on what your flavor is, and I love using the flavor word. So it just depends on how you are as a person. Are you going to be a offensive kind of guy? Are you going to be a defensive kind of guy? You know, how much energy are you? What's your energy signature like? Is it expanded? Is it small? Is it always releasing energy? Is it always absorbing energy? All these things take an effect of how your shield should be. A lot of people just like to will it, and they get crappy shields that I love to break, and they don't do much. So the type of shields that I know of, you have passive and you have active. Passive are the kind of ones that you don't have to actively pump energy into it. They don't actively regenerate. They're more of buffer tanks, so shield buffers, and these are very hard to break. And when you are getting attacked, they won't go down for a long time. They don't require as much energy, so you can almost kind of keep it on for a while, but eventually they will break because you're not actively repairing them. For the active shields, you have active reps or active repair on your shield. They are not as, like, if you had to, the best way to explain it, like if I say hit points, because you can understand, they don't have a lot of hit points. But they require a lot more energy, but you could repair them to a state where it's almost like brand new again. So those are the kind of shields. You have active and you have passive. I actually have a thread about this in the Advanced Psionics forum, so you could check that out as well. And I actually have a B-type shield, which is a Baal type shield, because I invented it. But check it out, guys. It'll tell you more about the shields. And how useful are they in etheric. So when it comes to the uses, shields will protect you from energetic attacks, projected ability attacks. Like if someone were to launch some kind of, like, you know, crazy ability at you or whatever, it will protect you from that. When it comes to more of the physical side of things in the etheric, you know, if you get a rock thrown at your face, the shield won't block it. You would need a barrier for that. But anyway, but the shield won't block it, and you'll probably get, you know, your head split open. So it just depends. I always have a shield on me. Actually, I have like 4 of them, but it helps out. You can do shields biolocatively and etherically. For your last question, it says, what does astral generally look like or feel like when you go there? Anything, absolutely anything you think of, it can look like, it can feel like. That world's always being altered and changed. You could be, you know, the ruler of the world in the astral, or you could be a cockroach or a squirrel that just got beaten up by a bat by some crazy dude who's addicted to darkness. So it just depends on what you think of or what other people think of. So, Kazaran. And if I didn't say that right, that's how it should be said, because it sounds awesome. Kazaran. How does healing in psionics work? There are so many ways to heal, but normally, like in this way, because I'm just gonna answer it on how I feel it should be answered. Energetically. Psionics, energetically, healing, taking that bad energy, grounding, flushing it out, replacing it with good energy, or, you know, active healing when it comes to, you've got someone who's hurt, setting up connections to them, pumping out the bad energy and storing it into a construct so you can get rid of it, you know, giving them good energy, stuff like that, repairing their chakras, repairing the nades, stuff like this. That's healing in psionics for me. Mr. Stanley has some questions. Have you recently been in the main palace in Tartarus? In Tartarus. And for some reason I have this weird urge to say it demonically. It's like, brother, have you recently been in the main palace of Tartarus? Which sounded cool. But they actually don't call it the palace in Tartarus, because Tartarus is actually the prison where a lot of people who are scared of hell, that's where you should be scared of hell, because Tartarus. But the main palace in hell is actually called Pandemonium, and I have been there many of times. And that is HQ. That is the White House, or the dark house of hell. That is where the head honchos are and the corporate. But I've been there many times. Silently suggesting to go there. Now, if you're silently suggesting me to go there, I've been there. But if I silently suggest you to go there, dun dun dun, fresh meat. Alright, have you ever been attacked by a hunter? I did take an arrow to the knee. And now it's when a lot of people are going to be like, oh my god. But have I ever been attacked by a hunter? Physically, no. Etherically, maybe. They just didn't last. And they became food. But a hunter just depends on what you call a hunter. I mean, this is Supernatural. This is the episode Supernatural. You talking about one of those hunters? Huh? If so, I actually got emailed by Sam and Dean saying they're going to kill my demon ass. Which was ridiculously crazy. And really, that happened. Somebody had their email, samwinchester@yahoo.com, and they said that Sam and Dean were going to come to my house and kill me. And that was like 4 years ago. But no, actually, I have not been attacked by a hunter. And etherically, I might have been. Don't know. Third question. Do you have any advice for long-distance ability usage / spellcasting? Yes, I actually do. So the advice for long-distance, anything, make sure you understand your connections. If you haven't set up a connection with that person, it's not going to work. It's going to fail like 95% of the time. So make sure you set up a connection. And if you need to, set up a hardcore T4 connection. And that means there's 4 laces of energy all intertwined. That connection will not break. And that's my advice. Long distance means use heavy connections. And if you need to, find someone with a huge energy signature to have them connect to the target. So this way you could just pass it along. And question number 4. How far does the I can't read, guys. Sorry. English really isn't my first language, so some of these words are kind of hard for me to pronounce. And if you make fun of me, I will smite you. So I'm just going to read this last question in my head, and you guys can look it up. How far does a resonance effect go in the veil? In the field it generates? I don't know. I can't answer this one. I don't know. And even if I did know, I don't know if I could answer that one. Class FUD. Love you. Animus. Why do I think of Animus Vox? Anyway, would you mind telling me where did you get that from? Oh, he's replying to somebody else on a thread that I told people not to do that because I mess up. So I'm going to answer that question. But I love you. Remember that. Unconditionally, Animus. But would you mind telling me where did you take that from? Your mother's house. Oh. All right. I think I think this is all. No. There's definitely more. C-Tree. Can't forget C-Tree. Alrighty. What are the effects of absorbing energy in a positive or negative node for psionic purposes? Alright. So when it comes to absorbing energy from a node, he's talking about the major nodes with the ley lines. The effects of them, negative and positive energy. In certain nodes, they're all numbered, by the way, and they're numbered 1 through like 72. No, don't quote me on that. 1 through something. And the odd numbers are the negative portals, and the even numbers are the positive ones. And you can see those on the maps. But this is hard to answer because some of us rely on negative energy, some of us rely on positive energy. But I don't know exactly. I just know that if you're a positive kind of energy system and you're closest to a negative node, then you might have some drawbacks on your abilities, your projections. grounding, stuff like this. But that's what my guess would be, guys. Other than that, I would have to test it out, experiment, and for me to do that, I would need money in order to travel, which I don't have. So, sorry about that one. I can't answer it too well. Second question. How long from your discover does it take a construct to, say, either help with etheric or help with the basic energy work to actually become noticeable? What? How long from your discovery, maybe? Maybe it's discovery. How long from your discovery does it take a construct to, say, either help with it? I don't understand your question, good sir. Might have to ask it again. Number 3, what is your input on the use of magic in terms of healing and curses? I don't do so much magic. I do blood magic once in a while for imbuing and my gear. But when it comes to the other forms of magic, magic, when it comes to my input is that, if you're good at it, if you know what you're doing, then it could work better than psionics. Or if you mix psionics and magic, you're even doing better. But when it comes to the healing curses, I do know, I have family members who do voodoo and hoodoo and magic and you name it, they do it. But I do know that when it comes to curses, that shit's real. I've even seen my mother say things to people, and exactly what she said actually happens to them. So I don't really know so much magic. I mean, I used to do certain things. I once did a mojo bag where I mixed up all these herbs to get good grades in school, and I followed the whole spell and everything according to exactly how it's supposed to be. And I won't lie, I did get good grades. So maybe that was working. I was smelling that mojo bag on a daily. Has some really good herbs in it. But other than that, I don't know. My input is that it's good and it can work. You just gotta know what you're doing with everything, In terms of PSI fights, is it possible to, say, change the properties of your energy if it's light or dark, or one of the classics, say, giving it an acidic attribute? It's all about how you program the energy. But yeah, it's all about how you program the energy. So if you're able to program it while you're in a PSI fight, then it'll work. But it's all about programs. And one thing also, guys, use constructs. It's all in psionics anyway, and that works amazing. So use those constructs, program your energy, and the main thing when it comes to a PSI fight is connections. Those who have better connections with their target will win. Unless they have some really, really, really good shields that can disrupt those connections, then you're kind of screwed. But anyway, I love PSI fights. I definitely want to introduce that into the Crucible. That was actually the idea of that was given by one of the staff members. I think that was Balios. Next question. Is it possible to create constructs to distort the flow of energy in ley lines and nodes? Yes. But you're going to need one hell of a construct, because those nodes, when we destroyed the one back in 2010, all we seen was this huge gaping hole in the ground. And the energy was shooting so hard that it looked like a huge geyser that was shooting energy at least 20,000 feet into the sky. This energy is massive. And if you're going to try to use a construct to disrupt the energy from those things, I don't even know. You're going to need something huge. You're going to need something amazing. And I'm pretty sure it's going to burn out and destroy itself. So is it possible? Not likely. How exactly is the process, shortly / summarize, is a seal made? If you find that out, can you let me know? I don't know. I know there super complex energy programs, and it's ridiculous to the point where if you mess up even messing a seal, there's a program in the energy to counteract what you did or to lock it up even more. Seals, I don't know where they're made from, who they're made from, why they're made. It could just be something of this world. I don't know. But I don't know exactly how they're made. I do know that there are some beings who can make them, but even they don't know how they're actually made. They just know the intent and the placement method. Hope that answers your question. I think that is all of the questions. Never mind. Did/do the Viking gods exist? And if they did/do, does Valhalla? You know, I personally have heard that, etheric is not the only plane, and that there are other planes connected to it as well. For example, even in the shadow realm, there's different shadow realms that have been created, like little worlds. And when it comes to the etheric, I'm pretty sure there's not a construct, sorry. There's another plane as well. So I've heard that the Viking gods, that pantheon, moved from here when there were pantheons on Earth to etheric and then to their own plane and forged it there. But that's what I've heard. So when you're asking me did/do for both of those, I don't know exactly. All I've known is rumors. But by Odin's beard, I think that they might have their own plane. And if they do, then I'm pretty sure all of them are still there. But I think that some of them, like some of those gods, I think some of them there's this old saying about a war between the pantheons and some of them dying, so I don't know. Let's see. Those are actually all the questions, which is amazing. I love you guys. And I'm never going to say that again. Ever. But that was Psion Mini Talks episode 6, titled Supernatural. And I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you guys have any questions, make sure you post a reply. Ask as many questions as you want. Also, if you guys can, give me some ideas on some music for the next episode. If you're lucky, I'll choose your song. And that's all for now, guys. So, good morning, good evening, and good night. And I love you, San Diego. No, I don't love you, San Diego. Not anymore. Not anymore. You guys cheated on me. It's horrible. Cheaters.